You can set up your strength later with a rollback.
Gallagher, one of over a half dozen players that garnered CAA accolades for the postseason. As that goes over the bar. Now, you and I were going to be very curious to see what the defensive assignments were for Drexel today. It looks like Gukwa is on Ronan Fitzpatrick, the redshirt freshman from Sayville, New York, who was the conference Rookie of the Year.
And they've got Lyman on Weishar here on this lefty wing.
Lyman, Pat Lyman, wears 29 out of Thousand Oaks, California. Here comes the double. This Drexel defense third in the league overall this season, but they give up one right there as Fitzpatrick puts it away.
Fitzpatrick has come on so strong this year as a redshirt freshman. Early in the season, I called a game, Towson Hopkins here. He had 5 goals. I had never heard of him before. I'm like, who is this slick, crafty, left-handed attackman there? You see him multiple fakes. He's able to kind of keep Donnelly on his heels as he turns the corner. Drexel this season, they looked great on Thursday. They played fast, they shared the ball, and they have threats that can score. Their big 3 of Crawford, Hooley, and Semple will be crucial to their success today.
That was today's Credit Union One Keys to Success. Credit Union One is the official banking partner of the CAA. Visit cu1.com to discover better banking for all. Well, this Drexel defense is very solid, allowing just over 10 goals per game. The offense has started to come alive over the last few weeks, including that 14-goal outburst against Fairfield on Thursday night. And it was that main man, Whit Crawford, coming away with 5 goals. Also keep an eye on 88 in blue, that's Max Semple. But there's Crawford in front, and he puts it away.
This is exactly the type of offense we saw Thursday night from Drexel. Multiple dodgers, getting the ball through X, and then Owen Knight with a really shifty right-to-left split dodge you there. I love how he...
And tall to that test from Schreier. Still going for the ground ball, and Drexel has it. That's another big save for Donnelly. And a wicked hop as well. Real short hop right on top of the crease.
Yeah, it was Joe Petro on this Towson defensive unit, sliding, putting the ball on the ground, creating transition. Donnelly stands strong, though. Again, he's the backbone of this defense. He might have to have a 13-14 save performance here, and he's on pace right now for that.
Oh, it was Shea Kennedy in the semifinal loss for Hofstra against Towson, who had 19 saves, did everything that he could, but it's postseason lacrosse. If you run into a hot goalie, you never know. And that one flies right by the goalie's ear. 2-1 at Drexel. Connor Hooley ripping it home.
I really like this kid, Connor Hooley. Watching Drexel a couple times this year, he's aggressive in his dodging. He's not afraid to dodge poles. And he's a super balanced player. We've seen him
as many as 6 in a couple of games, including against Monmouth in the league. You and I did talk about Elijah Smith. He is one of those absolute units on defense, stands in at 6'3" from Omaha. But he's a guy that when he's staying within himself, keeps it simple, he is so effective. But when he goes, and this could be said for any defender, if he goes a little bit off the course, and all of a sudden you find yourself sitting in the bin for a minute.
Yep. Got to be disciplined, right? It's that balance between aggressiveness and discipline as a defenseman.
Chop Gallagher. Someone that plays with his heart on his sleeve, misses on that one, backed up and kept alive. Weishar, goal line extend, and puts it away. You never know where he's going to be on the field, but eventually the ball's going to find Mikey, and he ripped it into the alley and ripped it home.
Beautiful job there by Weishar, just catching, cutting towards the ball. Josh Weber on the feed with his eyes up. I think they were running low on fumes after a couple pipes, resets. You know, those are the momentum builders. You can see the bench getting excited for their defense as the crowd starts piling in here today. Awesome afternoon here at United Stadium.
Yeah, right below us, the fan zone completely packed. Fans around the track in front of us and across the way. People are still coming in. Game had to be moved up from 3:30 to noon because of potential weather. That's another save. Donnelly, he's really seeing the ball. And it's so important as well in these high-pressure situations to get an early touch as that's popped straight up into the air and once again snapped up by Pat Lyman. Oh, but it takes an awkward deflection and goes in the net.
Holy cow.
That goes off of Jack Nolan. It's going to be assigned to someone, the last one to touch it for Towson, but that's a horrific break for Drexel.
Sports Center, not top 10. Here we come. Wow, that is unfortunate there. You see, Lyman scoops it up and just...
Oh, you know what? It's Nate Bradley that took the eyes
scored out of halftime. So we'll see if they kind of run something similar here. Get him curling to his left hand. Looks like it's going to be Weber to initiate.
This comes after nearly Pat Lyman upending a Towson player and getting the ball back, but Towson got the timeout right before. Weishar again with the assignment of Lyman. Good influence by Connor McVicker forcing that pass high of the mark. Gallagher is able to get there just. That's a really nice play by Chop Gallagher. Down to 18 on the shot clock. A little unsettled.
Woo!
Goal! Josh Weber putting it away.
Josh Weber. Joshy on the spot after the hustle play, picking up a ground ball. You kind of have Drexel's defense scrambling a little bit. Call this ground ball offense. All right, when the ball's on the ground and you hustle after it, it's initiate with about 20, enough time to dodge, get a couple passes. You don't want the ball to leave this zone of the field.
Teddy Luthi had a goal and an assist in the victory against Fairfield on Thursday, the Norwalk, Connecticut native in his sophomore season. He goes to work with 16. Luthi straight to goal. Nice play by 55 in white. That's Ray Glass.
Here we go.
And now transition here for Towson. They've got numbers, but not a lot of time.
Look out.
Weishar, extra pass. Fitzpatrick scores. It's that little hesitation from Ronan Fitzpatrick. He puts it away, and Towson are up by 3.
The Tigers in transition. Ray Glass on the trail check. We talked about him being the heartbeat of this Towson defense, and then we're off and running. 6 on 5. Nice crossfield pass. Defense rotates, and it's Fitzpatrick with that slick face dodge, man. On goal line extended, he's really, really pushing the pace, being aggressive on defense, sliding. You know, the ball's been on the ground a lot. They just seem kind of a half step quicker to some of these ground balls.
That's Evan Boswell who wears 5 in on this sequence. As Coach Nadelin's starting to rotate some of his second line, and Alex Vianney also in there.
And Chuck Matusik.
Matusik was a big player in that regular season meeting with a couple of goals.
Wow.
But there's Fitzpatrick once again. He's a redshirt freshman, but he's playing like a senior this weekend.
It's so funny just having him and Weishar down at attack. They're very similar players. They're strong left-handed players, but they have quick feet and they have the ability to put the stick in the right hand. And you see that's a skill that any attack back on defense after the turnover. He kind of thwarted that initial 4-on-3 rush. Those are the little things. Those are the championship plays that you've got to make if you want to walk away with some hardware. Leave it all on the table. If you don't win, you're going home. And honestly, I'm sure for a lot of these guys, holding the trophy is great, but they just want another week together.
Yep.
You know, at this point in the year, it's been blood, sweat, and tears with your teammates. You've had 6 a.m. workouts. You've had lifts, games, practices. You just want another week together. That's what you're playing for.
Game's been going on since really the first week of February for both of these teams. Nice finish. Connor Hooley ripping that in. That's his second of the day. And that might just relieve some of the stress that Drexel have been having, because remember, they got off to a flying start here.
Yeah, much needed. Hooley with the left to left. Sweeps across the top, and look at that shot placement. Off hit. Hey, great handle by Fitzpatrick, too. It's kind of down near his ankles. Donnelly's able to get pipe to pipe. He's got 6 saves now.
But Donnelly has done everything that you can ever ask for a goalie to stand up and make a play. He has made every play that he should be making and then some to keep his team in it. Reset of the shot clock, so still plenty of time for Towson to go to work. Weber will reassess. Goes against McVicker. Player who I've really enjoyed watching, just very feisty, almost that pest that you can't get away. Beautiful finish going down low. Chop Gallagher with the goal.
Chop him up. It's just about time. Chop Gallagher got on the board. As you see the Towson fans getting into it here. Just a big body. Being down on field level earlier, you and I, JJ, Chop Gallagher, the middies were
pick apart a defense. It comes to Hooley, but he misses it. Pass was down in his shoe tops. Big ground ball coming up here. And scooped up by Owen Knight.
Nice job by Knight.
Now Jack Joyner, also been very quiet in this game. Dealing with some injuries at the back end of the season was Joyner. In fact, didn't play in the regular season finale against Delaware a week ago.
Short
down to
time
12
on the shot clock.
Flag comes flying. That's a big break for Drexel with 6 on the shot clock. Pass in front. Shot! Max Semple, welcome to the final.
Okay. Sometimes when you need a goal, you got to chuck it inside. And preferably to your best player and your best goal scorer. That's number 88, Max Semple, the Canadian.
It's kind of funny with Semple because he's not like your post inside, but they still have no fear. But that's not the worst thing in the world. Sometimes know who you are at this time of the season. If you're not a 6-on-5 team, be 6-on-6. It worked just fine on Thursday night.
Right.
Down to 15 on the clock. Nice dodging. Pass to Tulio, deflected with 10 left. You going inside to Semple here.
I mean, why not? It worked last time, east to west. He's in there again, boxing out.
Down to 5. It's got to go. Hooley with 1. Throws it in front. Do they count it? They do. It's that man again, Max Semple. Back-to-back goals. I just want to point out, called that one.
Yes, you did, JJ. That's why they pay you the big bucks here in the booth. But it's Hooley again, challenging his matchup, being fearless on the dodge. I'm just not sure how.
That spin move was out of this world. It was Chop Gallagher that had the man-up goal on Thursday. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, see ya.
I liked how he rolls.
Yeah, it's a save as well.
Yeah, kind of a nice high hit there. I don't think the refs really saw that since the flag was already down.
So Towson 1 for 3 on Thursday against Hofstra. It was Gallagher with the man-up goal. Fitzpatrick, extra pass, Weishar. Just a 30-second penalty, so Towson have to move. Down to 10 seconds. Weishar.
Yep.
Boom! First, let's talk about the pass. Great finish by Gallagher, but that was all Mikey Weishar.
They scored on the same exact look on Thursday night. Getting the ball through X around the horn once. Weishar touches his stick again, and the no-look feed to Gallagher. You remember, JJ?
Use clock every time that you have the ball. Don't take yourself out of the rhythm, of course, which probably has to be the most frustrating thing, knowing that you have a 3-goal lead. You want to use that clock, but you don't want to stymie your own offense. Weishar goes underneath to Fitzpatrick on a hat trick. All of his goals coming in the first 20 minutes of the game. That one forced wide. I think it was a piece of the post and a piece of the goalie, but it's a one-and-done possession.
Kevin O'Brien again. The nice ground ball pickup, protecting his stick. Push it.
Joyner, straight to goal,
yeah.
gives it off.
Oh!
It goes in. It's Semple, a third-quarter hat trick.
Max Semple is jacked up. Nice job, right? Drexel handles the clear, and they catch Luthi kind of sneaking out of the box full speed. I love the way he face off now. And it's open here. The door is open for Drexel to creep back in.
Yeah, Drexel winning the face-off to begin this fourth quarter. Again, the winner to get the CAA tournament title. Towson, the defending champion, trying to get their program's 10th. Drexel looking for their 3rd. They last won it in 2021, beating Hofstra out in Hempstead. And Drexel knocking off the number 2 seed Fairfield Stags 14-6. So trying to do it the hard way by beating the 2 and the 1 seed. Towson having to come back down 3 in the second half against Hofstra and winning in overtime by way of Bodie Maurer.
Wow.
And there it is again. It was him early in the game. Connor Hooley makes it a 1-goal contest. He had the early start for this Drexel team, and now he's figured it out.
Yeah, Hooley was 3-1 Thursday. And again, I just watching him Thursday night, I love his change of direction. You see the hesitation there. Stuck. That's kind of been their MO since Thursday night. We saw it. See if Drexel can cover that up if anybody else steps up for Towson.
They got to be quick, Towson. On the season, or the regular season, 39%, which was 4th best in the CAA. Gallagher, instead of being below the crease, he's at the apex. Now comes to this left alley. Weishar with 10 on the clock goes with Gallagher.
He wants to skip it. Weishar gets it.
Weishar pass in the middle.
Wow.
Score! Ryan Schreier puts it away. Boy, that's not a 39% man-up group.
No, it's not. And this is really nice execution just of a base 3-3 set. Right? You have 6 O guys, they have 5. So where are the advantages? Normally, if a defense is playing a 5-man rotation, means that they're all helping the crease just a little bit.
With 7 goals against Drexel. Now it's just in a one-way romp. Towson winning that one comfortably by a score of 18-8. But you still don't have to panic here if you're Drexel.
And again, it's just funny how, you know, everything comes out in the wash. Drexel's Achilles heel all season long has been their special teams.
Oh, and Stephen Boyle's fired up, nearly losing his helmet in the process was Gavin Kelly, but no flag. Stephen Boyle was, I have to say, at least a good 6-7 yards on the field.
He's still going.
Crawford,
wow.
Oh, what a finish! Flying high, Whit Crawford put it home. It's back to a 1-goal game.
Ball don't lie. That's what the Drexel fans at home are saying. Ball don't lie.
What a pass by Knight, putting it to a place where only his teammate could get it.
Yeah, like a little
time with 10 left on the clear chance. And Petro says enough, I'm just going to take it myself.
Veteran defense, right? Knowing when you need to stop, knowing when to dig in, putting your stick out, putting the ball on the ground. Spagnoli comes over, picks up the ground ball. Successful clear for Towson.
Again, the last time that these two teams met in a postseason game, it was that semifinal here a season ago. It was an 18-8 game. Gallagher dodges, gives it up, and it goes in. Ronan Fitzpatrick putting it home, and Towson are back up by 2.
Ronan Fitzpatrick on this low lefty GLE all game has been fantastic. Gallagher makes the extra pass. Watch him handle McVicker. Just kind of shrugs him off. I love players are less aggressive. Right, so when you go for kind of an over-the-head check like that, unless you're Kyle Hartzell, one of the best LSMs of all time, it's going to be a tough predicament for you. Towson draws the hold, and again, what did we just talk about? Don't foul this unit. They're 2 for 2 today, playing with confidence.
Well, Drexel are a team man down this season at 54%. They've given up 2 off 3 man-ups over the course of this weekend, and the one that they didn't give up was basically a 20-second penalty at the end of the game. Didn't really matter.
So Drexel elects to shut Weishar.
It doesn't matter. They find the open man, and Towson lead by 3. It's Michael Katz with the goal, the redshirt freshman. That's just his 5th goal of the season. Michael Katz, formerly from Army West Point. He's only played 1 game before CAA action. He's found his way to the back of the net, and he found his way on Championship Saturday. And now again for Towson here with a +3 goal advantage. Under 6 minutes to go. You have to use clock. Because in this league, crazy things tend to usually happen, especially if goals come quickly. Gallagher reverses. Weber, that's a really tough pass, able to bring it in. And a reset. I think we said it often enough on Thursday afternoon. Weishar's got to get a touch every time in 6-on-6.
Yep.
Weishar with 15 inside. Scores!
Oh,
top shelf, Mikey Weishar.
Goodness. He says it's my time. It's Dame time. It's Weishar time. Doesn't really roll off the tongue well, but gets the ball on his stick late in the clock with the leaner. Woo!
Career and been a scorer every game of his career. He's well over 150 career points now. And now Towson start to believe. You can hear the crowd. It was let's go Drexel a little while ago. Now let's go Towson.
Yep.
And this is where that X factor of playing at home becomes such a big factor because you know how to see the game out. Towson are going to the big scoreboard end. They've got that 11th man on the field. Saved. Tight angle chance. Matusik tried to stuff it in. Second opportunity. Score! Well, we had the offensive player of the year get the last goal. This one coming from the rookie of the year in Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick with the lefty hammer. And that might be the dagger for the Drexel Dragons. Fitzpatrick's 5th. Again, crazier things have happened.
Semple finds a man. Big hit. That was Logan Megan stepping up for Towson and making a play.
Probably a man-down specialist.
Reverse into the alley. Extra pass. It's got to go off here if you're Towson. Already using a lot of time. Semple to the crease. Just wide. That was Tullio. Alec Tullio, freshman from Pennsylvania.
Good ball movement. They've got Towson defense rotating. Take your shots. Trust yourself.
Pass. Tullio.
Oh, yeah.
He does not miss this time.
Beautiful. Beautiful feed from Crawford. Tullio does the rest.
Towson have held Drexel to some pretty long scoring droughts over the course of this game. That was in
74 seconds.
Semple goes underneath. Hooley waiting, reverses, back to the point. Saved by Downs, and that might do it.
Why? Downs takes his stick and slams himself in the forehead. Calm down. Make a great save. Just take it behind the cage, kill some clock, and then you can throw it down the other end.
And the game, in essence, was over because the shot clock meant nothing at that point. Well, he can make amends for it with one more stop. The Towson fans who have stayed on their feet since moment go will continue to fire their boys up.
Oh,
that one ripped in. Hello. That's Will Farrell, the grad transfer from Dickinson. Multiple-time All-American Division III level.
That was a hammer.
Whew. Drexel will claim possession, but mission was reclaim the crown. And once again, Towson, the champions of the CAA. Again, I brought it up a couple of moments ago. Perfection has been synonymous with this Towson team. Another perfect run through the CAA. 7-0 in the league, 9 wins this year, 18 straight now against the league. They don't lose at home in general against league opponents. And now it's a perfect 10 of tournament titles. And Sean Nadalin's group's going to be dancing once again. And maybe that redemption arc story after a tough loss to Syracuse last year. Well, we'll see how the draw's going to.
And now, for the championship trophy, the CAA congratulates the Tigers of Towson University.
Well, you just heard that Mikey Weishar being named the CAA Most Outstanding Player of the 2025 CAA Men's Lacrosse Championship. Well-deserved with the 13 points across 2 games. And once again, they'll give the trophy out and then the photo that will go hang up in the coach's office for as long as they want to keep it up there. But they're going to be dancing once again with a 13-10 victory over Drexel. For more coverage of the 2025 CAA Men's Lacrosse Championships, go to caasports.com. For more information, and again, tomorrow, the bracket reveal, 9:30 p.m. on ESPNU. That's going to do it for us, for our entire crew. For Marcus Holman, I'm JJ Duke saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Towson will, because they're the champions.